All right, let's keep going with new types. Another one I want to show you is a very useful one called interface. And interface can be used really, really well with objects. Let's have a look. I can say interface robot army. And this robot army, and you see the capital letter here, is just the standard with an interface that we have capital start to our names. And let's just say that the count is number. The type is string. And let's say magic is string. So robot army has 3 properties. So that now if I'm using this robot army, let's say I have a let fight robot army function, and this function has, let's say, a robots parameter that it receives that takes robots that have of type robot army, so interface robot army. And here we'll just say console.log fight. Now, what did I just do here? This makes sure that this robots parameter that I'm receiving is going to have a count, a type, and a magic property. Otherwise, it's going to throw an error. And you might be thinking to yourself, this might be useful for React and props, and you'd be right, as we'll see later on. So that above is the exact same thing as saying let me just copy this. That's the exact same as saying that we want the robots to have a count of number, a type of string, and a magic value of also type string. So let's make that a little bit smaller. That's what we're doing up here. Except with an interface, it allows you to have objects like this that create a new interface that allows us to make sure that certain objects have certain properties. So if I save here, see, I get a bit of an error. Let's see what it's here. Completion. Oh, and I have an error here because I'm using the same variables. Let's add 2 here. And there you go. Everything is working. So interfaces are extremely, extremely useful. It's kind of like we're creating a new type here, right? I mean, Typescript doesn't have a robot army type, but we're creating it. We're creating an interface that says, hey, from now on, this robot army can act as a type that has these parameters that we've set for it, which is very, very cool, very flexible, and that's why interfaces are used a lot. Now, in React applications, you're going to see interfaces a lot. And you might also see this other way of using this type keyword, which also works. If I save here, if I save this and I have to give it an equal over here, everything still works. Now, there's one difference between interfaces and type. And I know the name gets confusing between the property that I just set, but don't worry, they're different. The one difference is that interfaces create a new name that we can use everywhere, such as the robots army. Type aliases, as we like to call it, don't create a new name. And it has a few other features that you can read about. I always recommend using interfaces because it's a cleaner syntax and a better error output. All right, that's it for interfaces. Let's save and make sure that our errors are completely gone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.